Hey guys, Kelade here. Welcome to my Mythic Jadefire kill/commentary video. For this fight, we are going to be charging with all of our cooldowns, though of course we're making sure we're going to be using Whirlwind first so we can cleave the Siegebreaker and all of our subsequent damage onto both bosses. Our primary target is going to be the Monk throughout all phases of the fight, right? You want to make sure the Monk stays at lower HP than the caster, and then whenever you want to be whirlwind cleaving just all of your damage, right, on both bosses. When the little fire orb spawn, whenever the little tiger spawn, always want to be whirlwinding. So when this boss jumps over there, you want to make sure you charge or leap on the boss as fast as you can, just so you can stop the AoE raid damage. Multi-sided strike on mythic difficulty, way more members of the raid, basically almost everybody gets put up. Just make sure you're facing the guy, that's about to charge you next. You get a nice buff right there, 25% damage increase, right? If you get all 5 of the buffs, really nice. And that's kind of the biggest thing on this fight, right? You have to make sure you get hit by every single multi-sided strike so you can get that 5-stack buff, and it is a huge improvement to your DPS. So right here, we're killing this living bomb first, and then we're slowly moving. We're gonna move to the second bomb in the upper left here. We killed the bomb in the right last, but I'm staying on the monk boss right now because I do know that this monk is going to jump. Now this is actually my first and only pull that you're seeing on this fight, so I don't exactly know when this boss is going to jump, but I do know it jumps right here from watching other videos. So I see the boss jump, make sure I leap over there, auto it so it stops doing the AoE damage, because if you let the boss just keep spinning, your raid will die to the AoE damage relatively quickly there. And then of course, try to get as many targets right here. Just keep the whirlwind cleave up. I should have waited a little bit just so that way, the tiger was closer to Dragon Roar. I think that target that just died, I don't think I got hit by that Dragon Roar there. But whatever the case, make sure we keep whirlwinding it. Another multi-sided strike, just keep facing it right. The guy that's going to charge you, the platform is going to light up. So you try to make sure that you're facing it. It doesn't have to be like a direct face on even, like they just have to be in front of you, right? And you're good to go. Don't worry, so like if one boss is down and you have Siegebreaker ready, don't worry, the other boss will drop very quickly. So you should always be able to whirlwind cleave your Siegebreaker onto both bosses. All right, your tank should always be tanking them together. Like there should be a reason where you purposely not tank them. Of course, for this, as a warrior, you can leap over all of these things. You can also charge through all of them. So if you don't have a lock gate like we do, and you want to get to these gates as fast as you can, just know that warriors, all of our mobility can take us through the Ring of Peace. It's not exactly like the way it is in PvP, right? Because in PvP, you can't charge or leap through them, but here you can. So just heads up in that it's not exactly the same. Of course, you want to, cleave those two things that they're both put in just to get back on the bosses and try to, cleave as much as you can. So I moved over there a little bit so I can be closer to cleave that boss. I don't think I talk about talents yet on this fight. As far as our talents, I am using Endless Rage, Double Time, Sudden Death, Warpaint, Carnage, Dragon Roar, and Siegebreaker. Looking back on this fight now, I think it's okay to be taking Bounding Stride just so you can have more leaps, right? Just so, if you are in charge of getting to that monk and making sure she stops her AoE spin, I think it's probably even makes sense to take that instead. So if I had another pull, I would have probably done Bounding Stride instead of Warpaint. I don't really need the damage reduction here. There's not that much damage, especially considering to the other stuff we're used to. So right here, after that, I think that was like the third multi-sided strike when the boss are this low. Right after we all get the 5 buffs, we come down, we lust, AoE the little tigers down with the bosses, making sure you just kill the monk as fast as you can. Once you kill the monk, it's basically just a burn for this boss. There's not really anything else that's going to happen. Like ads aren't even going to spawn. Like there are these traps, but I think that's about it that happens in this fight. So execute this boss down. Shouldn't be any more difficult, right? Because the monk's not going to go over and start rolling stuff. And I don't think anything else happens. I don't even think multi-sided strike happens. You literally just sit here, single target the boss down, like a patchwork DPS, and you're good to go. And there you have it for the fight. And as always, thanks for checking out the video, guys. Feel free to subscribe to see more. See ya.